Hey there, my name is Ryan. I'm one of the support engineers at Woopra, and today I'm going to be covering some of the advantages of the new trends reports and how you can build some of these pre-generated reports found in Woopra Classic in the new trends. Alright, so let's go ahead and get started with one of the pre-generated schema action reports. We'll start with one of the most common reports, page view by URL or URI. Alright, great. So we can see now that we have the URL with the total number of people and actions. So now we can go ahead and create a new trends report in the new Woopra, and we'll quickly go over some of the configurations. Alright, great. So first we have time frame. This is going to select all the users that have done at least one action during this time frame. Next we have our perform by. This is the segment or group of people that we want to select for our analysis, and we'll go into a little more detail on this later. After that, we have analyze. This is where we select which action we want to analyze over time. Next, we have interval, simply the chart's time interval. Compare by is the dimension of which to compare. And lastly, we have measure, which is the metric we want to analyze. And for some more detailed information on these, be sure to check out our documentation. Okay, great. So let's get started on building this report. First, we'll go click in all actions and we want to filter by page view. We'll go ahead and click apply. And also we're going to go ahead and add for the compare the URI. In Woopra, our URI is basically the entire URL, including the HTTP. The URL is just going to be anything after the domain. All right, so there you have it. That's the first rebuilt chart from Woopra Classic. So really straightforward and simple to rebuild these charts. Next we're going to go ahead and recreate another common one, which is a duration report. And for this one, we're going to go ahead and select the analyze. This time, let's go ahead and select all actions. All right, and then we're going to add the compare by, and we can add the action duration of visits. We go ahead and click run. All right, and we can rearrange this. And there we have it. They're super easy to make. We have our duration report. Very simple to recreate these charts in the new Woopra. Okay, great. So let's build one last one from Woopra Classic, and let's say our campaign source report. So we can see which top campaigns are working best for us. So we'll go ahead and switch back to the new Woopra, and we can simply just change the compare by. Go ahead and delete that other one, add campaign source, and it's as simple as that. Now we have recreated our campaign source report found in Woopra Classic in the new Woopra. So that was a couple of examples of how we can build some of those old reports in Classic in the new version. And so let's start to dive into some of the new features that are also found in the new trends reports. Okay, so let's create a new trends report, and we'll call this popular integrations. Woopra has over 50 app integrations that we can connect to, so maybe we want to see which are the most popular installed integrations in the past 7 days. So first we'll select the time frame, last 7 days, and next we'll select our segment. For this example, we'll just keep it on all people. However, in the new trends reports, we can select specific segments and even use nested segment logic as well. If we want to get really specific in our segments, say we wanted to narrow down the segment to users who did some specific action like checkout event, we can simply add that as a constraint. But for now, we'll just use this as all people. So next, we'll select our action to analyze, which is installed app. We can now add constraints to these actions as well. So we'll click add constraint and say we want to only show installed apps that were a specific version. So I'm going to go ahead and select our version contains 12.0.0. And lastly, in the new trends, allows you to easily add multiple compare by fields. We can simply add an app name for one of the columns, and let's go ahead and select which is a premium integration as well. Once this is selected, we hit Run, and we can now easily select our top integrations and maybe one premium and see how these stack up against each other over time. And as you can see, we have our top integrations all visualized in one graph over time. Awesome. So as it demonstrates, you can build some real powerful reports in the new Woopra with all the new features that are now available. So now that we're done with this report, we'll want to share this with our team. We can go ahead and click the little ellipsis and it'll have a little drop down pop up, and we can select share and select the team that we want to share this with. Since the new Woopra is designed to be much more customizable, our pre-built dashboards have been replaced with customizable dashboards. So now I can add my favorite reports to a specific dashboard that I can create. I can go ahead and click Pin to Dashboard, select the dashboard I want, and so now when I go back to our home page, I can click on the dashboard. Perfect. And I can quickly see all the reports that are important to me. So that does it for our high-level overview of our trends reports. If you have any questions, please feel free to contact us at support, or you can view our documentation for more detailed information. Thanks.